Alright, guys, welcome back to In My Opinion with Rex and BigT. This is our second episode. I think our first one went pretty good. I mean,
we got a few views on it.
Yeah, for our first podcast, we already got
and
9
we got
views.
Subscriptions.
Yeah, 2 subscribers. That's right. We're working our way up. So, like always, this is a podcast. If this is your first time joining us, this is a podcast covering anything and everything pro wrestling, from WWE, TNA, Ring of Honor, etc., etc., etc. New Japan Pro. That's why I said etc. And everything like that.
How many more pro wrestling companies are there?
Well, I don't know.
Honestly.
Whatever. But anyway, if you like what you hear on the podcast, make sure that you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so you know when we go live again. If you did watch the last video, welcome back. Sorry about the watermark on the little thing. Trying to find a better movie-making thing, so hopefully we can work that out and get a better movie-making system so that we can upload our podcast on YouTube a little better. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. We actually, nothing really big happened this week.
No,
nothing
not
major. Really. We had some interesting things going on. First of all, if we want to jump right into Raw, P. Diddy hosting Raw.
Oh, it could have been worse. But yeah, I'm with you.
I'm so entirely sick of the hosts. It's like, if you're gonna have a host, make it a host that's worthwhile, like Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold, The Rock. I don't know, like a wrestling veteran, somebody that actually has to do with the business. P. Diddy,
he has worked for it before.
Yeah, he's done stuff, but who gives a fuck?
Have you seen the soundtrack?
I haven't.
It's hit and miss. It's
mostly
misses. It's mostly misses.
I haven't personally looked into the soundtrack, but I guess that makes sense. They're trying. What are we, 2-3 months out, something like that, from 2K17 launching?
2, I believe.
Yeah, so we're close. So they're wanting to plug the game whenever they can. So
I think it comes out 10/11.
Yeah. I don't know, but it makes sense. I found that to be just downright ridiculous. My own personal opinion. At least they didn't do the cliche thing where the host goes out into the ring and somehow manages to beat a fully trained professional wrestler.
Right.
I hate when they do that shit. Like when Seth Green beat some people.
He was he's Seth Green though. Wasn't he just there for that one segment and then he left?
Yeah, pretty much. It could have been worse. It could have been like Bob Barker karate chopping Jericho or whatever the fuck he did. So, while we're on the subject of the game, though, I don't know if you heard. I didn't touch this with you before the podcast, and I didn't even write it down on our little list of subjects to talk about because I didn't think about it until just now whenever we brought up P. Diddy.
That's cool.
But 2K17 has finally announced stuff in terms of changes in the game.
Really?
Gameplay and stuff like that. They've finally announced stuff. By what I read, now I'm paraphrasing because I don't have it right in front of me, but in terms of gameplay, fighting style and whatnot, they said they're going to. Now they were very cryptic with a lot of their shit. They didn't outright say it.
Well, yeah.
But they did reveal enough to where this is worth noting. They said that they are improving on their current system, but introducing some new systems as well, such as you're going to be
Is the reversal system still there?
That they didn't say. They didn't touch on it. They said they were improving.
I know there was hit and misses on it. I, for one, liked it.
Yeah, it was simplicity because you didn't have to guess what your opponent was gonna do.
No. I mean the little bars.
Little bars.
Yeah, that went away each time you reversed.
Oh, the reversal system.
Yeah.
That took some getting used to, but I don't know if they did differently this time or not. Like I said, they didn't touch on it. I personally didn't mind it after I got used to it. It pissed me off at first.
At first it did.
At first I was like, what the fuck? This is bullshit.
Right,
but now it's like, okay,
teaches you
restraint.
Should I use a reversal now or should I wait?
Right. But in terms of gameplay, they did touch on the fact that you will be able to fight in the crowd now. Actually,
I heard something about
you'll
that.
actually be able to bring the fight to the crowd. You'll be able to bring the fight backstage.
Backstage,
yes. They said that there will be backstage fights and stuff like that. They touched on the creation suite.
Okay.
They said that there are even more selections in terms of creation.
Okay.
One,
Okay. What now?
one of which was the big thing that stuck out to me. They're going to allow the ability to create your own Titantron movie.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I don't know
Is
exactly.
Create a Finisher back or?
That I don't know. They just said they were expanding on the creation suite, so there's going to be more selections.
So-
I know they said they were expanding on the create a show feature. They were expanding on the selections that you get in the show and the selections you get while creating a wrestler. You'll have more taunts, more animations that you can play with, stuff like that. But the one thing that stuck out was that they will allow you to create your own Titantron movie. And that...
Is this going to be like in the past where you had to take it for one match, or you don't know?
One match? What do you mean?
Yeah, there was a game in the past that you had to take it from one match. You couldn't, like highlight all the matches and then put them all together.
No, that's what that's what it is. It's like, it basically, like, by what I was gathering by what I was reading, was basically they can, during your matches, if you do something really good, you could hit the share button and save that media of that move, and then you could add that media to your Titantron, so that it's showing clips of you doing all this cool shit in your video.
All right.
So that's basically what I was gathering by that. I mean, it's gonna be really interesting. But
beyond moves, what else are you gonna be able to do, or do you know?
In terms of on the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all I really know in terms of that. I don't remember the exact specifics on how they're gonna do it. I don't think they even mentioned it, but they said that is gonna be a feature.
Well, that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited about that because that's
good for me because I already pre-ordered it. So,
so I'm a poor bitch. I can't. But like my personal view though is that if they're bringing in create your own video, that could mean that they're stepping in the direction where either maybe in this game if they haven't announced it yet, or in 2K18 when they come out with it, they could potentially finally bring us customizable music, so we don't have to use another wrestler's music in our creating.
Yeah, no, you didn't like that.
No, it's agitating. It takes you completely out of the experience, especially if you're facing the guy who your music's matched with.
Well, see, I picked some music. I think it's like Golden something.
Yeah, well, they had those generic ones, but none of them ever matched with the character I wanted to create. Like, it matched with yours. It didn't ever match with mine. But they had that. Another thing they touched on, and this is actually a negative on the game. Well, I don't know. It depends on how you look at it. They're doing away with the showcase. Showcase is not a thing.
Showcase, huh?
2K Showcase is gone. There's nobody. They said they had discussed putting Lesnar as the showcase, but a good chunk of the people that he faced throughout his career that would be notable, they couldn't get to do the game. So they like say Goldberg. Well, not Goldberg. Fucking
yeah.
Shit. They said I bet you Goldberg was probably one of them, but.
No, Goldberg signed a deal with him.
No, I'm saying like Goldberg was probably one that they were able to get.
Oh, okay,
but like,
right.
Undertaker. I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure. I know that was the reason that they said in the article was that they couldn't get the people.
What are they gonna have in that place?
Nothing. They're just they're taking the efforts that they would have put into the showcase and using it to improve everything else.
Huh.
So basically, like in WWE Universe mode, now that the brand split has taken place. There's gonna be there's a brand split separation, and it's gonna. They said they didn't say exactly what they meant by this, but they said that the universe should flow from show to show to show a lot more smoothly. To where, and I don't know what that meant. It's very cryptic, but they said it should flow from show to show to show. They said that they are going to incorporate more run-ins, like ring run-ins, and promos and stuff like that.
There's only one complaint that I had about the run-ins, and that's no, you could.
What?
That was the animations that I had a problem with. Like, you know, those animations that you get, like those random animations.
Right.
You'll have, like, let's say Kevin Owens come out and he wouldn't hit his finisher.
Right.
It's
they
like,
need to make the AI a little bit smarter. Like, I mean, if you're playing on normal mode, if you're one of the people like we play on legend mode. We buy the game first day, we get legend mode.
Right.
And we go full ham, and they're at least semi of a challenge. Like once we get used to the new controls and everything, they're not even a challenge for us anymore. But for those who play on normal
play
mode,
it for the colors.
right? Well, those who play it on normal mode, I don't know how they managed to do it. Because I mean, my God, like the AI is stupid. Like on legend mode, like you've physically seen me in like a title match on career mode or something, and like the opponent, he'll have his finisher or something, and he'll be like smack, he'll hit his signature, and he won't do shit.
There was a patch that just came out for 16 that they fixed that on.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it just came out. Well, neither did I. I just
Okay.
put it up earlier.
Because like I lost track how many times. Like honestly, I would have been in trouble in that match if they would have done what they were supposed to do.
Right.
But then they just stood there like, nah, or picked me up and like did some other move to me, and we're both sitting there going, "What are you doing, dude? Like you got me where you want me. Like the fuck?
Call me with the pants down.
Yeah,
Come on.
No reversal. You got a finisher. I know what I do, but no, they don't. Like I lost track how many times.
And then they do different moves until you get your
reversal. Then I get my reversal back, and then they go for the finisher. Yeah. It's like, but they touched on that. They also touched on in career mode. Mm-hmm. My career mode is supposed to be a lot more instrumental. They did touch on the Paul Heyman Brock Lesnar thing that they are going to approach your character in the career mode at random times, and what you do will influence how your career goes throughout the career mode.
So instead of the Authority, it's Paul Heyman.
Maybe, I guess. I don't know.
That's what it
maybe
like.
It's if you, like you said, maybe if you want to be a Paul Heyman guy, or if you want to be, or what, I don't know. But
definitely.
Well, I mean, it depends on the character. If you want to be a heel, or if you want to be a face. Paul Heyman guys are faces. I mean heels.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But
well, not technically.
Well,
Brock Lesnar isn't now.
Lesnar was a tweener. I've never classified him as a face at any point.
Well, yeah, but you can't.
He's that guy who he never speaks, so you can never really.
Well, yeah, because Paul Heyman speaks
right.
for him.
But I know that one thing they voiced on in the career mode was that promos was going to be a lot more abundant, as well as selections in the promos, and
that's good. So you won't get hit with the same one over and over and over again.
They're also going to, during the Renee Young segments, whenever you stop and you talk to Renee Young, it's going to add a lot of diversity. Diversity.
Yeah.
That's the word I was looking for. It's they're going to add a lot onto that as well, because with the whole idea of backstage brawls happening, you could be talking and everything like that, and your rival can attack you in the middle of the promo, and then all of a sudden you're in the middle of a backstage brawl.
Huh, that's cool.
Like, so it sounds like this game's actually, it could be worth it, you know.
They're stepping further in the right direction.
Yeah, and they did say, in case anybody was wondering, and the speculation is right, is up, the roster for 2K17 is even bigger than 2K16's.
Well, yeah, because I think it's right now it's at 50.
Yep.
I think, or around there.
My problem with
and they still have 3 more
2K16,
weeks.
my problem with 2K16 was that they said over 100 and some odd unique characters, but yet half of them were skins.
Right.
Of the same wrestler.
Yeah.
Or like, this is Kane now, this is Kane at 2000 something.
I looked at the roster. 5 Stone Cold.
Right?
5!
I mean, I get that this is the showcase, but 5 character slots that could have been for characters like Sasha Banks, Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Bayley, you know, the 4 horsewomen that are like one of the most popular women in the business today. They weren't even in the fucking game, and their slots were taken up by different years of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Right.
So what the fuck?
Or different years of Kane.
Yeah, or different years of Kane, different years of John Cena. Like, it was so annoying.
Or The Rock.
Yeah, they did The Rock too. Like, it was so dumb. Like, it made no sense.
They need to stop that.
Yeah, I hated that.
I get 1.
No, I mean, I get like attire changes. That's all fine, but they should not be included in the character roster.
That's what I'm saying.
So anyway, now that we've talked the game for like the whole first fucking 30 minutes or 10 minutes, however long it's been in the podcast.
How long is
it? We've already talked 15 minutes straight of just the just the game.
Right.
So back on subject a little bit. Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. Now, we had a pretty heated debate about this last week about this.
Yeah.
And this week, we finally got to see them each cut a respective promo about the situation. In the exchange,
Well, it wasn't really an exchange.
Right. I feel like
Balor's was pre-taped.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
That makes
Balor's
sense.
was pre-taped.
That makes sense. See that
And I think that's where he fell on his face.
honestly, I don't know. Each side had its hit and misses. I feel like.
Yeah, but Rollins was better.
I think between the two, Rollins definitely had more of the passion in it, whereas Balor had more of the intimidation in it. Like Balor was able to bring out he was able to maybe establish himself to those that aren't aware of his abilities in the ring.
See, that didn't do anything for him though.
Well, in a way.
He just explained his name, how he got his name.
Yeah, but see, thing is,
And then at the end of it,
let's
he
back
said,
it up.
At the end of it, he said the Demon or the Demon King will be at SummerSlam.
Well, see, the thing is though, is if you back it up here, okay, if you take us away from NXT, we've never seen Finn Balor before. We see him pop up, right? And we're like, this.
And a lot of people have.
Right? Yeah, a lot of people are like that. He pops up, he beats he beats those four in the Fatal 4-Way. Everybody's like, okay. Then he beats Roman Reigns, who was a former 2-3-time WWE champion.
I don't know. All
Okay.
except the last one was like.
Yeah,
that.
but so he beats both of them and gets to compete for this Universal Championship. So naturally, people are gonna go, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Yeah.
Like, that's the first thought. So nobody knows. Like, if they're not viewers of NXT, they don't know about the Demon. They don't know about him dressing differently. They just know
the Demon
him.
King now.
Well, whichever. They don't know him as that. They know him as Finn Balor. He's apparently big on NXT. He beat a couple guys, and he's kind of tiny. You know, like perfect thing. My father, he's never seen Finn Balor. That was his first time seeing Finn Balor, and the first thing he said was, not really impressed. Because he doesn't know what Finn Balor can do in the ring. He's never seen it. He's never seen the Demon. He's never seen any promos from the guy. So, I mean, looking into that...
But they could have done better.
They could have done better, I'll give you that. But, I mean,
he just explained where he got his name at, and then he's like, well, the Demon will be at SummerSlam. It's like, okay... That could have been filled with so much other. And why was it pre-taped?
Well,
why was it?
I think the only reason it was pre-taped.
He could have had so much more to say if it was not pre-taped. Like, didn't he go on after Rollins? So
Yeah.
you have Rollins speaking, and then you go to him, and then he bounces off of what he said.
Right.
He couldn't do that.
Well, he kind of did, but I think that's because Rollins was told to touch on a few basic things, because he did react to things that Rollins said, like a couple things, like he said, like, you call me a coward, you call me overconfident, you call me cocky, stuff like that. So Rollins, he was able to balance it back, but I think that was predetermined that he was going to say that. But I mean, I'm with you.
It has to.
They could have done better. They really could have, but I feel like it did what it needed to do, because it was a way of introducing the crowd to what Finn Balor is.
You not only have to introduce this guy to everybody, but build him in a way that within a month makes him look like he deserves the title.
Right, and
they aren't going to do that.
Well, that's what brings on to the second point, though. Seth Rollins, on screen, well, not on screen, but on an announcement now, has called out the Demon King for next week's Raw. So, if you want them to build him up to be a contender or to be a threat, this would be their biggest chance to do it, because the Demon is known on people who watch NXT, been beaten only once.
Really, dude?
For those that obviously can't see us, I said beaten and kind of spit on Rex's face here. Anyway, the Demon's only been pinned and beaten once. That's it. Okay,
So the Demon has.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Demon's been beaten once, and that was by Samoa Joe.
Right.
And that was it. Okay, so they have to carry on that kind of a legacy to try and make him look as intimidating as fuck. I guarantee you, mark my words, and I may eat my words, who knows, but I think that Rollins is going to go out there, he's going to start running that mouth, and it's going to be one of those mind game things where, I think he's going to be like The Undertaker almost, fucking, Balor comes out the fucking center of the ring or some shit. You don't think he'll pull
no.
that off?
No, I just think the lights will go off and then...
He'll be in the middle of the ring or something?
Well, no, the lights will go off and then he'll make his entrance.
Right. I don't know. I think...
He's not no Undertaker, dude.
He's on his way. I won't say he's as good as The Undertaker. I wouldn't even put him in the same league as The Undertaker, but I'm saying he's the first person with that kind of a gimmick.
Dude, you said Bray was the first guy with that.
You didn't let me finish. I said he's the first person with that kind of a gimmick, other than Bray Wyatt, that I could see maybe being in that kind of a role. Because, they've got to find somebody to take that kind of a role.
Did you hear about Undertaker?
No, I'm not.
He was supposed to be involved in the draft, but they're unsure about his future.
Huh.
Yeah,
I heard in the past that it's been slated not slated, but it was teased that it was going to be Cena versus Taker at 33.
Well, see, another rumor that started going on recently, actually, I think. I read it recently.
Mm-hmm.
They made this one statement, that made it look like Taker, when he comes back, will be able to choose which brand he wants. So I don't know. I don't know. There's some saying that he's not gonna wrestle anymore, and then there's others that saying, oh no, when he comes back, he'll be able to choose which will be SmackDown.
Undertaker's gonna be the question mark, because he's. A lot of people every year, and we're included in this, we think this is his last match. This is his last match.
Well, yeah, but
every time, because we're expecting it.
He's lost the streak.
Yeah, the streak is over. The only reason they keep him around is for box office tickets to try and sell seats at WrestleMania. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only reason that he's still around. But it'll be interesting to see where they go with him. But in terms of the Balor and Rollins thing, I've even heard you say it now. It looks like they're definitely making Balor look hella strong in this. And they're pushing him, and I'm thinking
that it looks like he's gonna win because the Demon is gonna be at SummerSlam.
Yep, and I said that
they aren't gonna have him lose it cleanly.
Yeah, it won't be a clean win if Rollins does win.
Yeah.
So anyway,
if Rollins does.
So we step off that and we go, and I know we touched on this last week, but Roman Reigns and Rusev. It's now been confirmed. We have a U.S. Championship
honestly,
match.
The highlight of the show was what Roman did.
I will say that was honestly, and I've actually seen fan reaction. A lot of people have been saying this, that Roman Reigns cut a decent promo.
That was the Roman that everybody wanted.
Yeah, they want the real Roman. They don't want the Shield knockoff Roman that wants to walk around and be like, believe that, yada, yada, yada.
Right. Because he's living in the past.
Exactly. He's not Roman Reigns from the Shield. He needs to be his own character. Seth has done that. Dean has done that.
Yeah.
They have created their own personalities.
They both went on and been successful with it.
Exactly. So it's like, it's just not, it won't work with him doing that. But this is honestly, he's slowly turning the fans to his side. There were boos still for him.
Yeah.
But the thing is it's a slow transition. Now we're getting to where we're having Roman Reigns finally start to gain the fan support back. I stand by what I said, though. I fully believe that Roman Reigns will not capture that championship. I feel like he will go in and it'll be kind of like the John Cena thing where he goes in, he won't tap out, but he'll pass out.
They've already done that.
How many times has WWE repeated their stories in the past?
Yeah, but they've already done that. They can't do that again. I could see Lana getting involved.
Yeah, I guess I could see that too.
But they aren't gonna have another guy pass out. The only reason why John Cena was allowed to pass out is because he never taps. And Rusev only has a tap-out finisher.
Right. Which is the biggest weakness.
At the time.
Yeah, the biggest weakness in a wrestler is to have just a submission finisher. Because they'll never win against a face.
Oh, no, wait. Sasha just got her corner thing.
Yeah.
That used to be a signature.
That's
right.
Well, now that we've talked about Sasha, we will actually bring that over to the Women's Championship match that's actually taken a weird turn. It's now, we were thinking that, we're thinking Sasha's going to win this, but then we were thinking, well, Dana Brooke could get involved, yada, yada, yada.
No, you're thinking that.
Well, yeah, I was thinking Dana Brooke could get involved, possibly cost her it, and then we'll have, a big old controversy. that's out the window now because now Sasha Banks has beaten Dana Brooke again, and not even in a good match either. It was like done. It was like not even long enough to get up and take a piss, and you're done.
Which raises a question: isn't that the only time that she's finished off somebody with the corner thing? That's her signature.
You would know better than I do because you've been watching her longer. But that's the first time I've seen her do it. I've always seen her submit people with the bank statement.
Yeah. So maybe that
it.
was Vince's doing.
Maybe.
Like you don't have to hit your finisher in order to finish her.
Yeah.
Like because.
So, anyway.
Well, no, because didn't you say Vince was sour on her?
Yeah, that was the other.
Sour?
Yeah, that was the other thing that I was gonna say. I had read now on Twitter, Dana Brooke has denied this. Okay, she said, "Oh, funny, ha ha ha." You know, I love how rumors people are gonna talk. You know, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
But it was reported by people that Vince McMahon is not very happy with Dana Brooke's in-ring competition skills, and I can't really argue with this because, like, after watching her for a few weeks consistently.
Just this past week, there was a spot where Charlotte was supposed to look like she was gonna slap Sasha and then slap her, but the cues were off, so it looked like she slapped Dana for no fucking reason.
What the fuck? I missed that. Yeah, but I know that I've seen her. She's kind of floppy. There's a lot of moments that you can tell that she's just kind of hoping she don't fuck up. You can tell the
I think she was called up too soon.
Yeah, I feel like her getting called up was the wrong move, but I feel like the reason why they did it, which was to fill the Tamina Naomi slot, it made sense. But I don't feel like they should have kept her around after Emma got injured. They should have just dropped her back to NXT until Emma got better, because Dana Brooke on her own, even with Charlotte, is not working very well.
Yeah.
It's just not. I mean, she seems like she's at least semi-okay on the mic.
She's decent, but she could be better.
Yeah, she doesn't knock it out of the park, but she's okay. In terms of ring work, she's very sloppy. I mean, her looks kind of there. I kind of wish that she'd do something other than a unitard with a flexing and shit. And I don't know.
Well, that's just her. She's always done that.
I guess. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of hers.
I'm missing her cartwheel.
Right, the cartwheel's good. I don't know. I've never been a big fan of hers at all. But I mean, we'll have to see where they go with her. So if we go onward here we got the tag team titles officially, finally on the line. Finally!
After how many months?
Well, it's like, goddamn, every single time. We haven't had them defend that title since that Fatal 4-Way that happened.
Yeah,
And, after that, it's like, fucking... you're supposed to defend that championship. And it's like,
you're
what the fuck?
You're a champion for a reason.
Yeah, and, I mean, I feel that way towards all championships. But no, instead we have fucking... the New Day, whereas I'm a fan of the New Day. I like the New Day. But I hate the fact that they don't defend the championships. I felt like that Wyatt tag team should have been a title match.
Yeah,
But it wasn't. And I didn't know about that until the night of Battleground, whenever I looked at the card and saw, oh, it's not a title match. What the fuck?
Yeah, I thought that was like a given.
Right.
It was going to be a tag team match because they're the champions.
But nope. But now it is confirmed 100% that it is going to be a title match. And as an added...
Too sweet.
And as an added stipulation, well, not stipulation really, but an added thing, Big E Langston will not be involved in the match.
He won't?
No. He's injured right now, and they don't know when he's going to return.
There's rumors saying that he will be at SummerSlam.
Is there? Okay, I didn't see that.
But there's... I mean, just like the Undertaker thing, they're unsure.
Well, as far as we know...
50-50 is saying, he's going to be there, and then the other 50 is like, is this going to be the reason why they lose it? Because the last time they lost it, I think Xavier Woods was missing?
Yeah.
Or Kofi?
I don't know. I know that, now it's Xavier and Kofi. And Xavier, a lot of people don't give him a lot of credit. He is a very good in-ring worker. His match that he did against AJ Styles a couple months back, I thought that was one of the best matches I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
And it was great. I mean, he lost the match, and he was slated to lose the match, which made sense because they wanted to make Styles look strong. But Xavier put on one hell of a match. And Kofi, I've always been a fan of Kofi's. Even I feel like, honestly, if they ever break the New Day up, since he's on Raw, they should push him towards the Cruiserweight Championship when that division gets up and going. Because
the title and the division is going to be after the
Classic.
Yeah.
I imagine as much.
And I guess the winner is going to be the champion.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? You think the New Day is going to win this? Or you think the club's going to take it?
The club's going to take it.
You think? First try, club's going to...
Yeah.
I'm thinking that too.
Because there's nothing more that the New Day could do with it.
Right.
They've already held it the longest.
Right. Yeah, and the club needs it more. Honestly, they need that title more.
Yeah.
All right, so we move onward since we're on the touch of tag teams. We had a new tag team appear. One that I didn't exactly expect.
Jericho.
Yeah, Jericho, which, by the way, is one of the silliest fucking names.
It's kind of catchy. It's kind of catchy.
I'm more looking at the way...
What do we have here?
No, I mean, I'm looking at the... And they're having their first debut tag team match. Well, no, they didn't. They had a match. No, they didn't.
No, not tag team.
Not tag team, it was singles. They have their first
Jericho versus somebody.
Right. Well, they have their first...
I think it was Enzo.
They have a match as a tag team to see how they work together.
This is going to lead to a rivalry.
Enzo and Cass.
Yeah.
I don't see this lasting long.
No, it's going to end at...
Yeah, I have a feeling that Enzo...
SummerSlam.
Yeah.
It's going to end at SummerSlam. Whether they win or lose, it's going to end.
They'll lose. I think Enzo and Cass will win at SummerSlam. And when they do, Kevin Owens is going to be like...
Well, I don't know. Because this is the only tag team that I can't say, okay, this one's going to turn heel. This one's going to go heel.
Well, see, rumor reports is that Jericho's run in the WWE is about to end again. He's about to go out again. So my thinking is
Kevin Owens is going to do the apron powerbomb.
Maybe.
And
out. Yeah.
Put him on the shelf.
Possibly like that, you know.
Right.
Be like, I don't need to carry, a lightweight, so on and so forth. And Owens
that's always worked for him.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I don't see this lasting long. I'm kind of curious to see how they're going to meld their music together, because that's what happens every time Jericho tags with somebody.
Yeah, really.
Like... Well,
I mean, it could be... KO's music.
Break the walls down. No. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm not really...
It could be his music with Jericho singing over it.
Yeah. I don't know. I know that, like, I mean, it's not a match to write home about, but, I mean, it'll be interesting to see. It probably won't be match of the night, but it'll be okay.
Right.
Owens never puts on a bad match, so I'll say that. Jericho's a great ring work. Those two should be able to help each other out in that ring quite a bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the only reason why I can't say who's going, well, being what you said, it's probably going to be Kevin.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're both like, oh, don't turn your back on them.
Right.
Don't turn your back on them.
Right.
Like, be looking in their direction.
So, at the end of Raw, we had Mick Foley and Daniel Bryan come out to the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And they're playing nicey nice.
Complimenting each other.
Yeah, overly complimenting each other. Until Mick Foley called Daniel Bryan on his shit, which was funny.
Yeah.
You see that, like, recording
Talking
of
smack.
Yeah, that was funny. I thought that was pretty good. But it led into a U.S. Championship match against Rusev, between Rusev and Cesaro.
Which I honestly thought that Cesaro was going to get that.
I did too, honestly.
Because why have a match out of nowhere?
Shoot up ratings is all it was. I just feel like Cesaro deserved a little better than that. Like, he won the match against Sheamus earlier that night. And that should slate him to get a future championship match.
See, I think what should have happened is him asking for the match after SummerSlam.
Right. That's what I was thinking. But instead, they do this rushed, like, title match out of nowhere. And they even toyed with it, because, like, he would have won had it not been for the ref getting knocked out or whatever.
Yeah, because we were both like 1, 2, 3.
Done. And nothing. And, like, it honestly, I mean, it was agitating at the time. But now that I've had some time to reflect on it, it makes sense why they did it. Because they were already setting up the Reigns and Rusev feud.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, we should have seen that coming. But it's still it's a little. I feel like Cesaro has put his time in, and he deserves better than that. Like I've never been a huge fan of the guy, but I will say that he does do good work in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I'm talking about Raw and SmackDown, being that we're on the borderline.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Owens and Randy Orton is supposed to switch places.
I remember you mentioning this.
Yeah.
That's actually an interesting thing because I don't know how they would even do it. Unless
I don't know either.
Unless it's like a trade or something, but Daniel Bryan and Shane are faces. There's no way that they would trade for Kevin Owens.
A
they
face for a hill.
Yeah, they wouldn't trade for that.
But I mean, I don't know.
Unless maybe like they do a match, maybe not at SummerSlam, but maybe at Backlash. Well, they can't do it at Backlash because they're separated.
No.
So I mean, maybe they.
The big.
We still got 1 week until SummerSlam. Maybe they make a wager.
Yeah, but I mean,
and
both of them would have to lose, or both of them would have to win for them to get the trade. Because if one of them win, they just get that superstar.
Right.
So, I mean, both of them would either have to lose or both of them would have to win. And the only way you can have them both win is in a triple threat. Where...
I don't know. That would be so... I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how they do it. I mean, I've never heard of them doing a swap or anything like that until the draft. And that's still a ways away.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'll be... I don't know how they're going to handle that, but...
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah, neither do I.
It'll be interesting to...
Maybe it's going to happen at SummerSlam.
Maybe. Maybe like, oh, hey, what's stopping like Kevin Owens from just saying, you know what, I quit.
Yeah, but what about Randy Orton?
Right.
Randy Orton wouldn't do that.
Maybe they make a wager of, you know, if Randy Orton loses, we get him. Something like that. I don't know, something like that.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's still up in the air. I mean, it's rumors. It could just be a bunch of bullshit. It could be completely false. So who knows?
Yeah.
But while we're on the subject of SmackDown, the WWE Championship picture is looking a little crowded. Bray Wyatt, kind of. Yeah, I mean, it looks like. I mean, I don't know that.
It's not really crowded.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's not that bad. All right, so yeah. Anywho, like I was saying though, like the triple threat picture is, it would be interesting, but I feel like it would be a cop out. I don't know. I don't think it would go well. I feel like it's WWE's way to appease the fans and get their way. Everybody wants to see Wyatt in this title match, so
I don't think so.
Do you think they're gonna put him in it? You think he's gonna turn into a triple threat? No.
That's probably gonna be the reason why Dean keeps it though, is that he attacks.
Oh right, interference from Wyatt to cause Ziggler the match.
Right.
That would start a feud between Wyatt and Ziggler, but then what would happen with the title?
I was thinking more of Wyatt and like Ziggler wins, but it's through DQ because
Wyatt attacks Ambrose.
Yeah.
I guess I could see that too. I don't know. I know that it's very frustrating whenever the WWE does something like this because it's almost as if they're trying to appease, like I said, appease the fans and make the fans happy while getting their way at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like here, we're gonna keep Wyatt in the title picture, so you're all still happy, and we keep getting ratings. But then we're still gonna give you the same match we planned on. We're still gonna get our way, but it's okay. We'll make you semi-happy.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. We got Eva Marie and Becky. That was stupid.
I don't know.
Like, I don't know. I mean, I did think it was a little comical when her top popped off, even though it was
people are saying that was an actual thing. They don't know if that was an actual thing.
Oh, their top popped off?
Yeah. Like, they don't know if that actually happened, or...
No, if you pay attention whenever her top popped off...
She was like this.
Yeah, she was, but her back bra strap was still connected. Like, it would have stayed up. It was just the top thing.
Yeah.
That popped off.
Dude, that top thing is the top of her. What do you call it, bra?
I guess. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
No, you're talking about the bottom strap was still attached.
Yeah.
Yeah. That just says that it's still on, but the top of it is going down.
Well, if it
so if she would have removed the hands, we would have got some titties.
It wasn't.
No.
Okay. Well.
No.
Anyway,
that's Bailey. That's Bailey.
What? Anyway.
Yeah.
No. I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like the Eva Marie thing is going nowhere fast. Like, her ring work better match up with all this goofing around we're getting. Because I swear to God, if we get the same Eva Marie that we had before, that was sloppy as fuck and nearly injuring people, actually injuring people sometimes, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
Because it's like, why the fuck are we spending so much time on this bitch if she doesn't know how to wrestle, and that's half the fucking job. You know?
Yeah. That's a major part of it.
Exactly. If you can't wrestle, be Lana. Just be a fucking manager for somebody.
Right.
You know? But that actually led into the debut of one of our new NXT divas, Alexa Bliss.
New SmackDown divas.
Well, yeah, newest SmackDown. Women, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
So, they're gonna hear it. You know, the fans are gonna hear it. You've heard me say it a million times. 3 out of 3, 2 out of 3, 1 out of 3. What do they have? You know, it's ring work, mic work, and look. In terms of her debut, and I'm looking at this objectively as if I was somebody who didn't watch NXT. She's a new wrestler, popped up. Like, don't have the network, never seen her. Her mic work was so boring. Like, it was one of those things where it was like,
It was her.
She tried, but it was like you can... A good promo...
You know what's her problem is? She came from TNA.
Her promos, see... What makes a good promo is when you can't tell that it's a promo.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah. Like a good promo, you got to be able to cut that promo and make people fully believe that you're dead fucking serious. And you're not acting, you're dead fucking serious. You're going to hurt somebody. Whereas Bliss walked out there and you could tell that she was like, it was almost as if she had rehearsed this backstage. And she...
Well, I mean, it was her first time on SmackDown.
I know, and I'm just
so
saying,
she was probably nervous.
Right, but, I mean, it's still the fact of, like, as a first-time viewer, if I was a first-time viewer, I mean, I saw her on NXT a few times before this, but, like, as a first-time viewer, I would look at that and say, mediocre promo. In terms of the look, I thought her look was alright. I mean, it's not hard to pull off the woman look. You got a good pair of tits, and, you know, you're good. But, I mean... Her look was pretty good because of the fact that, like, I liked her little, I don't know what the fucking thing is she has on her hand. But she has, like, a skeleton thing on her hand.
Like, imagine if she would hit somebody with that.
Right?
Like, before match, clack, okay, I'm taking this off.
Right. I just feel like the look was good. I'll give her that. She has the look of somebody who could be a threat. Her mic work, I wouldn't give her, I'd give her... Honestly, right now I'd give her 1 out of 3 because her ring work really wasn't that good either. Like, her ring work was, I mean, it was moderate. I mean, I felt like Becky kind of had to carry her through a good chunk of the match. Her whole, like, what was her finisher? Wasn't it like a fucking...
I don't know.
Or something? I don't even remember what it's called, but it's
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
It was just a very bland match, and, you know, the Eva Marie thing coming out at the end honestly saved the match. Like, it kind of made it be like, oh, okay, so at least there was something interesting that happened.
Right.
You know, we had that happen. But, I mean, it was a bland match. It was one of those matches that, honestly, I would have been like, I'll be right back. I gotta take a dump. That's the kind of match that match was. And honestly, I could say the same damn thing about the Natalya and Carmella match as well, following. Carmella came out and cut her normal promo.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And Carmella, I'm sorry, like, she's got to drop this whole fucking Enzo and Cass shit. Like, it's not getting over with the fans. You could probably have heard a pin drop if you actually listened for it, because, like, seriously, the fans were not getting behind that.
No. No.
I'll give that she has at least semi-decent ring work, I guess. But that's about it. Her finisher was weird. The leg scissors that went around the neck or whatever. Like,
yeah.
I didn't quite get how that would have been a submission, but I mean, it was interesting. It was inventive. I've never seen anything like it before. But
yeah, that's been her finisher for a minute now.
I was expecting her to like grab her around the neck and just be like, bam, and like slam her face on the ground or something.
Damn.
That's what I was thinking. And then when it turned into a submission, I was like,
violent.
Well, that's what I thought it was gonna be. It was like a bam, bam, bam. I'm like, damn. I mean, we had the Intercontinental title match promo with The Miz and Maurice, and that was stupid. I didn't even touch really on that. All I'll say is Miz and Maurice cutting a promo, and honestly,
I feel like they could have done better on it.
I feel like it's just the same played out story that they've done a million fucking times.
Yeah,
like Daniel Bryan and AJ, we did that.
Yeah,
we did.
CM Punk and AJ.
CM Punk and AJ. Kane and AJ. I miss AJ.
Kane and AJ. Goddamn.
Right. Ziggler and AJ.
Right.
God damn it. I miss AJ. But that did lead into Baron Corbin beating the shit out of Kalisto.
Right.
What do you think that means?
A rivalry?
Well, no shit. I mean, like, Baron Corbin and Kalisto, I mean, that's interesting.
Kalisto cost Baron the match? Maybe?
Yeah. He did a Hurricane Rana on Baron Corbin, and Corbin reversed it, and...
No, he didn't.
Yeah. Or no, he didn't.
In the match?
No, you're right. Corbin got Hurricane Rana out of the ring, and then Paulo rolled up Kalisto for the win.
Yeah.
So...
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it wouldn't have... If it wouldn't have been for Kalisto tossing Corbin out, it could have gone differently. That's the way it's going to go anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that match right there, Corbin should have that match. But we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. I mean, I'm not too super excited, but it's nice to see that they're still doing stuff with him. It's a sign that they're going to maybe do something with him later.
I like Corbin.
I do too. I like his look is pretty well. Honestly,
lone wolf.
His look is a little weird. Like, I wouldn't say his character.
I think he was a football player.
That doesn't surprise me.
I think so.
Well, I mean, like, when he walks up to the ring, I don't sit there and think, oh man, this guy is cool looking. I think, wow, this guy looks like he's gonna hurt somebody.
Right.
You know, I like his entrance. His mic work, I've only heard it a few times. It's not nothing to write home about, but he's an okay mic, I guess.
Yeah. There's been worse.
Yeah, there's worse.
Yeah.
Bless. What? Sorry, what? Anyway,
you're comparing a woman to a man.
Whatever. But I mean, like his ring work honestly is pretty damn good. For a guy his size, he moves pretty damn quick, and his finisher is just. I love his finisher. End of days.
Bam! Once he hits it, it's done.
Yep, it's over. We're done. One thing to touch on though is, and I'm sure this is circulated around the internet already by now. People who are watching this probably know about it, but Alberto Del Rio's contract is expiring soon. And a lot of rumor says that he's going to be leaving the company. He's not happy with his position. He's not happy with where he's at. And he's already voiced this to Vince, and Vince, I guess, in classic fashion, has says tough titties and told him too damn bad, you know. Honestly, in my opinion, it's the same situation as Ryback. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, it's not a major star. There's people trying to be like CM Punk, but they're not CM Punk status.
Well, the thing is people, a lot of them seem to think that they're owed this main event spot or something after being there for a little while. And to be completely honest, Del Rio had his chance. He's been WWE champion. I believe he's been World Heavyweight champion at one point. I don't remember. But he's been Money in the Bank contract holder. He's been at WrestleMania.
What, who?
Del Rio.
Ah, yeah, okay, yeah.
He's been a Money in the Bank contract holder. He's been at WrestleMania. He's won the Royal Rumble. You know, he's had big successes in his career.
He had his time in the spotlight.
Exactly. And if he's unhappy with his position, well, boo fucking who? There's more than just you in this company, and it's like this is a new era. Vince and Triple H are trying to toy with new people in the spotlight. That's why we got people like Finn Balor, Apollo Crews, Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler getting thrown up into the main event spotlight.
See,
Bray Wyatt, fucking,
now that you touched on that, about people acting like they're owed NXT. What was that? That one diva's name.
One diva.
Blue, wears blue.
Oh, Billy Kay?
Yeah, Billy Kay. That's a good example of, okay, you've jobbed out enough. We're gonna go push you.
Exactly. That right there. And now this was my first time seeing her. I thought
you've seen her before.
Well, I'm sure this is my first time.
Fashion.
Right. Well, I've never seen her like her. I thought her music was unique. I thought it was very interesting. It went like a classical style sound.
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, like she wasn't anything to write home about, but they got to start moving these divas up. They need to start training them and giving them some screen time, because I mean, the only people they got now is Asuka and Bayley.
Yeah.
And they're about to lose one of them. We don't know who yet. Asuka and Bayley, they got their title match coming up. It has been confirmed. Bayley cut a semi-okay promo against Asuka.
You don't like her.
No, I like Bayley.
No, you don't.
No, I do. I just don't like her mic work. I like Bayley. I think she's come a long way in terms of ring work. When I first saw her, I thought her ring work was fucking atrocious. But she's come a long way since then in terms of ring work.
You hate her because she's the female version of John Cena.
No.
Nobody can take over John Cena's spot.
No,
Nobody.
No.
You might have titties, but you're not John Cena.
No, it's just like her ring work was really, really good, or has gotten really good now. And, her look, I've always thought her look was okay. But her mic work, I've never cared for it. It's just like what I said for Alexa Bliss. It seems almost as if it's forced. Like she's not, you don't buy into it. You just go, meh. Like you know what you're trying to say. I get what you're trying to say, but I don't believe what you're saying.
Right.
Like when Seth Rollins talks, or when fucking when Sasha Banks talks, you feel like there's an investment there. Like you feel like they mean what they're saying. I mean, even though it's a work, you can buy into that promo. With Bayley's, you just gotta sit there and go, okay, gotcha.
You're probably gonna get a lot of hate for that.
I'm just saying, I'm just like, I'm not bashing her. I think she's a very good competitor. Her mic work it's just very bland, and that's just my opinion. I mean, you think differently. It's just what it is. That's why the show is called In My Opinion, not This Is My Fucking Way. Like,
Is it too late to change the name?
Right. So I mean, like, that's just what I think of it. It's meh. I mean, I feel like she is.
Who do you think's gonna win the title? Or keep?
Asuka's got that match. Bayley's
you
not.
Think?
Yeah.
Why hasn't she been called up then?
If Bayley hasn't been called, well, think about it though. They just brought up. Okay.
Yeah, but
they just brought all these divas up, and yes, in the past they have had divas work both shows. But the thing is it's like NXT has to have time to recuperate. They have to have time to rebuild
I don't
the
know.
females
I don't
and
know.
stuff. Right now, if Bayley was to
like,
leave, who would be there to challenge Asuka?
Well,
or sorry, if Asuka was to leave, who would be there to challenge Bayley? My bad. If you're right, yeah. Like your argument is Bayley's going to be the one called up, or sorry, no. Your argument is that Bayley's going to be the one to win the title.
No. I told you this on NXT. That's the only match with a question mark over it because she hasn't been called up. Other women from NXT have been called up.
See, I think that
where
women
they could have called up left somebody down there and called up Bayley. Honestly, at Battleground was it?
Yeah.
Battleground. Why did they have her open that match?
I mean,
honestly.
To add some spice to the match, I guess. I don't know.
Honestly, why? You could have had it be Naomi. You could have had it be...
Put butts in the seats. I mean, it's Vince's,
but nobody knew.
Right,
Knew.
but a lot of people knew the rumors. Like, the thing is, it came
but-
out like a week or so prior to the match that everybody was speculating it was going to be Bailey. Even though Sasha was like, no, it's not.
No, but then there was rumors stating that it could have been Nikki or Naomi. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's third of a chance.
Yeah, I don't know.
So nobody knew for sure
that match
if it was.
It's going to be a question mark until we see the match.
Then why did they have it be a one-time thing? Why didn't they just call her up, have her compete on both?
Right.
Have her lose that match against Asuka, and then be officially called up where she's not working both shows anymore? Why are they keeping her down there on NXT? Why?
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, like I said, I don't have a good answer for it.
That's the only match that has a question mark over it.
I fully believe.
And she's really heavy on becoming a two-time
So was Sami Zayn. He lost.
Heavier,
yeah,
dude. She's heavier on
Sami
it.
Zayn was like, I'm going to be the first ever two-time NXT champion.
Yeah. But he wasn't heavy on it. Not like Bailey is.
Does Sami Zayn even have a match coming up at SummerSlam?
I don't think so.
That's so sad.
I don't even think he was featured on Raw.
He hasn't been featured on Raw yet at all. Oh, wait, yeah, he did. He did one match against Seth Rollins.
Yeah, but I mean this week.
He faced
Seth
Rollins last week, not this week. Yeah, you're right. I don't know. It's
why did they do that? Like they had him win this battleground match that was supposed to put his feud to rest, and then it just put him to rest.
Well, I mean, we got SummerSlam to go through. After SummerSlam, we're going to have Backlash, and after Backlash, we're going to have the first Raw pay-per-view. And at that point, we're going to see, what they're going to do with their roster.
This is SummerSlam.
I mean, who would you have him face, though? I mean, another Kevin Owens match that we've already seen?
No.
I mean, there's nobody really...
Anybody.
They'd have to have time to build it up. And
No, they wouldn't.
I mean...
Look at the Shinsuke versus Sami Zayn match.
I guess. I don't know. I feel like the card's kind of crowded as it is. If they add another match, I'll be shocked.
Yeah.
They got, what? 6
it's
matches,
awesome.
7 matches, something like that.
Yeah, but it's probably going to go on for, ever. All day pay-per-view.
Although, since we're on NXT, we have a new tag team that appeared a while back. I'm not big on them. You think that they're looking devastating, but they're called the Authors of Pain.
Yeah.
Managed by the guys who managed the Road Warriors, which I think is kind of cool. The fact that they had brought him in to do this, but...
I wonder how much money they had to pay him.
Oh, God. I don't think about it. I don't know. I personally... I don't know how I feel about these guys. They just look like the classic big guys that Vince likes to push.
Well, see, it's not Vince. It's not Vince.
I know it's not Vince. I'm just saying it seems like those classic
Triple
big
H.
guys.
NXT is Triple H.
I haven't heard any promos from them really, so I can't really say anything about that.
I just think they're like Brock Lesnar.
Right.
Like they come
well,
out.
Even the manager hasn't cut a promo though, has he?
Here and there, yeah.
Has he?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. See, you just started watching again, so. They just go in there, tear shit up, win, leave. Pretty much like Brock.
I would put him at Brock Lesnar status, but
if they build him right, they could be Brock Lesnar status. Doubt it, but if they built them right,
don't they have a match coming up in Brooklyn against American Alpha?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think Alpha's gonna take that.
I think Authors.
You think?
Yep. Like I said last time, what do American Alpha have to prove on NXT?
Good point. Yeah, I can see that. I guess. So we got, while we're on the subject of tag teams, though, big news: Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano is getting a shot at the tag team championships against the Revival.
Right.
Now, we had a pretty good debate about this when we were watching the Classic.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested in terms of the fans. If you guys are watching this, I know we got a big fan base right now. We don't have one right now, but if you do watch this, feel free to leave a comment. I'm kind of curious at your opinion of this. We're kind of at a toss-up. Do we think that Tommaso and Johnny are going to win these championships from the Revival and go on to maybe lose them later, making the Revival 3-time tag team champions, or go
I don't
on
think they're
later.
lose them to Revival now, because
Right.
I mean, 3 times is kind
Right.
of pushing it.
Well, I did think maybe that they would win them and then maybe lose them to the Authors of Pain,
Huh?
or
Yeah.
something like that. But
Yeah, I can see that.
But the other thought was the Cruiserweight Classic last week had Tommaso and Johnny face each other.
Right.
Tommaso lost, but when he lost, he kind of looked frustrated. He acted like he was going to walk out of the ring, and then he came back in, and he was fine, and everything was happy and hunky-dory. This week, they got the title matches and everything. They showed a good showing in their match against, who did they face? Fucking...
It's NXT, you don't have to know.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I'm trying to think of who it was. I think it was just like a couple of tag teams.
Yeah.
But, I know that tag team match was pretty decent. Question is how is it going to be if they lose to the Revival? If they lose to the Revival,
I don't think they will.
I don't think. I mean, the thing is if they do though, this could be a way for them to turn the match that we saw that was a big classic on the Cruiserweight.
Well, see, I think they're holding out. I think they want to make them champions first
before they break them up.
Yeah.
I guess I could see that. Like, maybe after they lose to the Authors of Pain, then they get a rematch against the Authors of Pain.
I don't think there'll even be a rematch.
Oh, you think that it'll just be like, they lose them and bam, done, and then...
Yeah, well, like you said, like, Johnny will be pinned, and...
Well, it doesn't matter
and,
who gets
and
pinned,
Ciampa,
really.
well, yeah, but Ciampa will blame him for losing, hit a finisher on him, and whatnot, and... You know.
Be done, and then it starts a big old rivalry. I mean,
Yeah,
I could see that. I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see how they go with it, because like there's so many different ways they could go with it. Whenever a tag team breaks up, it's a very risky business because there's always somebody who falls short every time, and it's such a shame. Yeah. Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty. Where's Marty Jannetty now? Okay.
Although he was good. He wasn't as good as Shawn Michaels.
Exactly. So, I mean, like, you got that in all tag teams, though. Like, you got Miz and Morrison.
Honestly...
Where's Morrison now?
Well, Lucha. There's plans on calling him back, though.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is he's not there no more. Miz is. You got fucking...
And, really, I didn't see that one.
Right.
I saw it going the other way.
Yeah, so did I. I liked Morrison way more than the Miz. But either way, like
once
anytime,
that music hits and he's in slow-mo, oh my god.
Anytime a tag team breaks up, somebody falls short and seems to just fade to the wayside.
Now this is stable, not a tag team. The only people that I've seen that hasn't had that problem yet is a Shield.
Oh, in terms of falling to the wayside?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
no.
DX never fell to the wayside.
Well, you're talking about the tag team, not DX. Because China was part of DX.
Fair enough. You have me there. You're right.
Billy Gunn and Road
Dogg and Billy Gunn.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right. I didn't think of that. I was just thinking Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Wyatts.
Really? You really want to bring this up? They tried to do this once.
But they're still there.
Yeah, because they realized what they did early.
Braun Strowman's holding out.
Braun Strowman wasn't really a Wyatt.
What?
I mean...
He was the black sheep.
Yeah, but, I mean, it's working for him. Like... Although, yes, he has the same clothes, he kind of has a new look, and he has a new finisher, and I think that's gonna...
I feel like they're building him to be a new Ryback, almost.
I can't wait for his first rivalry, which I said that to you.
It'll be interesting to see who they pair him up against, because you gotta find a face that's believable to face him.
Yeah.
And I
Roman?
can't...
Oh, for the U.S. title. Oh
yeah, that could make sense. Have Roman win the U.S. Championship at SummerSlam, and then they do the rematch.
I mean, really, that's the only person. I mean, if you build Braun up good enough, I see Brock. But I mean, Brock does what Brock wants. Like,
Yeah.
like, honestly, why? I don't know.
I can't stand that guy sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Brock Lesnar is just something different.
Yeah.
So, we saw Bobby Roode has his first match coming up in the WWE.
Yeah.
NXT
This is the
TakeOver
first time
Brooklyn.
that you've seen.
Yes, I've never seen this guy compete. I did see him talk for the first time.
On this past
and I'm going to reiterate what I said. Not what I was expecting. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Like I said,
he's always been cocky.
Well, no, I mean like when they were teasing Rude showing up, you saw him in the crowd, and he's standing there. He has this like look on his face, like he's angry or he's like vicious or something. And then like you see all these pictures of him. He looks mean and like serious and shit. I was expecting like rock music to hit, him come out and kind of be like Kevin Owens or be like fucking like I'm gonna whip your ass, like something like that, And instead we got this flamboyant, glorious, it's glorious, or whatever the fuck it is, and he comes walking out there in a suit.
He's gonna make NXT glorious again.
Yeah, that's his whole gimmick, and like he walks out there and he's cocky and
he's always been cocky.
Everything, and he's all like just like he reminded me of like a more buff, confident Miz, almost like the way that he was talking. Like I'm the hottest commodity, I'm gonna make everything
free agent
glorious.
Says that.
I mean, he's probably gonna win.
I mean, not the glorious part, but I mean every free agent that they sign says that they're the most hot. But honestly, it's a mix between AJ and Shinsuke that they signed to be the hottest.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I can give you that in terms of the new ones. I know that it's gonna be a toss up though on who's gonna win that, because I mean,
who's gonna win what
between Bobby Roode and Cien Almas, whatever. The Mexican dude. Now, right off the bat, I'm gonna say Bobby Roode's probably got that 9 times out of 10. It's his debut match. It's his showcase of showing him what he can do. He'll probably win that. But the Cien guy hasn't been in very long. He hasn't been beaten yet, and he's also very good in that ring. And they seem to be pretty high up on him.
He will lose. I just don't think he'll suffer from the loss though. If you know what I'm saying,
right?
Like he'll easily bounce back,
right? They also announced on NXT that Austin Aries is going to be facing this No Way Jose guy,
right? Which if you've been watching,
Aries will win that.
Yeah,
Aries will win that. He
needs to. Yeah,
he needs that win to make him competitive, because that leads into the next thing that I was going to talk about. Was the imbalance on NXT that we're seeing among the talent, and I know you didn't really understand whenever I told you we were going to talk about this.
There's enough faces and enough hills.
Well, not really. It's not like there is, but not realistically for like whoever to win. Like right now, we got Joe and Shinsuke that's supposed to be facing off for the title.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Shinsuke's
I'm
gonna win that.
Right. You've been saying over and over again Shinsuke's gonna get that. By the way, his little thing on NXT with the got your nose thing, thought that was priceless. That was great. That whole thing. Was pretty good segment, but I felt like I don't know, like I like it whenever there's a good balance on the roster to where either one can win. Because see, you're saying Shinsuke's gonna win right off the bat. I'm thinking that there's no way that they're gonna do that. They're going to prolong this so that they can build up the heels and the faces and the rest of the people that can aim for that title. Because if you look at the people who are on the roster of NXT right now,
well, there's always going to be a title rematch.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, like the build up.
There's no way.
I've only seen that guy's like, honestly. First of all, his name is stupid as shit.
Yeah, he's good. He's good in the ring.
Well, regardless,
you haven't been watching it.
I haven't seen the guy enough to have an opinion about him. I'll just say, like, in terms of the people that I'm aware of, okay. You got Austin Aries. They're going to have to do some work to build him back up, because he's been losing ever since Corbin. He's lost every match, just about.
Depends on how this win goes, or if he wins,
right,
and how he wins.
But I mean, like him, like you got Austin Aries.
Mm-hmm.
You got now that's a heel, right? Because we got one heel. We got Bobby Roode. One win against the Cien guy is not going to pole vault him to NXT title stature. I would doubt it. It might, but I doubt it. If it did, it wouldn't surprise me.
He could talk himself into
He
it.
might be able to. It wouldn't surprise me. But like one win,
especially if Shinsuke does win.
Right.
I see Shinsuke taking on all comers, no
Well,
matter
yeah.
when. No matter when.
Right.
Like it's like you want a match, okay.
But I mean, like you got him. I mean, if Joe stays, you got Joe, and so that's 3 heels. Am I missing anybody in terms of heels? I don't think so. So in terms of faces, so it's 3 heels that are realistically going to be able to go for the NXT Championship if Shinsuke wins. Now, if Joe wins, you got
which
Shinsuke if he sticks around.
Right.
Okay, you got
no way.
Yeah, I guess you could count this Jose guy.
You got CN.
I guess you could toss CN in there. He's not. I mean, I wouldn't consider him ready to go for the NXT Championship myself.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just my opinion. The powers that be may have a different opinion, but I just don't see it. I mean, like it's in terms of realism. Like the people who, because you have to spend time building these guys up as main event things. Have them beat people. Now, if CN, because you got to think, you got Jose, Shinsuke, and CN.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them have a match at Battleground, or not Battleground, at Brooklyn. Both of them have a match at Brooklyn, which we're predicting both to lose. Well,
who?
Jose to lose, CN to lose. Okay?
Well, yeah, to put over the new talent.
To put over the heels. So, that right
because
there...
the heels need it more than the faces.
I know, but
We've
I'm
seen
saying...
faces bounce back from a loss, like, bam.
I don't know. I feel like it's going to be... I feel like we're splitting hairs, because it's like... We don't have we don't have anybody like Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, big names that draw a reaction from the crowd like they did. Like you got CN where the fans might be like, "Oh, yay!" That's about it. Jose fans like, "Oh,
no."
Yay.
Jose does draw a lot. See, you haven't seen it recently.
Yeah.
You haven't seen it recently, so of course you're not gonna know.
But like we got. Like, Shinsuke's the only face that they really have that emotes that reaction from the crowd that a main event status would look for.
Really? He is the face that...
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying he's the only face that draws a reaction like we used to get.
But I mean...
From, like, Balor, from Zayn, from Owens. Like, we get that reaction now. Like, it's just going to be...
He's always been...
It seems just...
to me, it just seems... He's always gotten that reaction.
It just seems very imbalanced. That's why I feel like they're going to spend some time building these guys up. Probably 9 times out of 10, they're going to build the heels up more. Because they got to get them ready for Shinsuke. But you got to make them believable to face Shinsuke. Because, Austin Aries loses this match, and then beats Jose. All of a sudden, you're supposed to believe he can take on Shinsuke, who's currently undefeated?
Yeah.
Okay? That's not realistic. You're going to sit there and go, no, Shinsuke's going to kick that ass. Okay?
Well, yeah,
but... then you got Bobby Roode.
But if you're smart, you would be like, oh, well, Shinsuke's got this Joe match. If you're smart.
But then you got Bobby Roode. Okay? Bobby Roode, we're supposed to believe that he debuts, beats CN, and all of a sudden he's going to be able to beat somebody who's undefeated?
Not beat somebody, but...
So you're just thinking Shinsuke's going to beat everybody on the roster and never be beaten ever? He's going to have to lose. It's going to happen.
No, because it happened with Paige. Paige dropped the title.
Yes, but that was when NXT was still starting out.
Yes.
So, they could do and get away with that shit.
You're just pissed because Balor lost.
No, I'm saying that everybody is going to... Everybody's going to lose before they leave. It's going to happen. He's not leaving NXT undefeated. It's not going to happen for you, buddy.
All right.
Okay, I'm telling you that it's going to be Shinsuke...
I'm not saying it's going to happen either.
I'm standing by what I said. I really think that it's going to be... He's not going to get beaten by Joe. If he does, I'll be surprised. He's not going to get beaten by him.
One knee. 1, 2, 3.
He's not going to get beaten.
Kinshasa.
Just a bunch of fucking controversy's gonna happen. Cause I'm trying to
Kinshasa.
keep it.
Kinshasa. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say.
All right,
One
so
knee to the fucking skull. It's done.
so
Kind of like the end of days.
the Cruiserweight Classic.
Uh-huh.
We had 2 matches this week, one of which I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time on. The other one we might spend a little bit. We had 2 matches. The first one was Tajiri versus Grand Metalik. Okay. Grand Metalik and Tajiri put on one hell of a match. It honestly surprised me because, in my opinion, Tajiri had that match. I really thought that he was going to get that match.
Mm-hmm.
When he didn't get that match, I was like, what the fuck? Like, it totally caught me off guard.
You know what? Every time that I'm like, oh, okay, I'll go with this guy because you're going with that guy wins.
Like, I don't know.
I think it's been like 3 times that I've done that already.
I was pretty surprised whenever he lost, though. It was a really good match, though. Had a lot of ups and downs. Both of them put in great wing work. I can't believe how many miles Tajiri still has left on him. Like, he was putting on one hell of a match. That guy's pushing 40-something.
Yeah,
I mean, he's...
I think 42.
Yeah, something like that. Like,
43?
He's more than
Something
capable of having another run for a little bit, but I think it's good what he's doing, though. Like, Tajiri has had his time. He was I think he was a long reigning Cruiserweight champion. He held it for a while.
Oh, yeah.
He had his time. I think he went to New Japan Pro, I think, for a little bit after he left WWE. And, like, he's had his time. He's had his run, and now it's like he's putting talent over. He's helping the new Cruiserweights usher in. So I think what he did for Grand Metalik and putting him over was really good. It was a really good match. It ended nice, clean, bam, just like that, and like it was really good. I think that it really did well. Then we lead to the main event. Mm-hmm. Kota Ibushi versus Cedric Alexander.
Right.
This match blew my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Like, there were so many times in that match that I thought it was done.
Right, yeah.
Like, I was sitting there, I was just like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, every single time we saw a slam or a kick or something, I mean, I thought Cedric had that match in the bag at least 5 times throughout it. And, like, the Kota just kept kicking out, and I was like, holy shit, dude, like, this is a good match.
Yeah.
Like, his ring work was beautiful. Like, it was beautiful. And like, you know that you did such a good match, even though you lost, whenever the crowd is sitting there after the match, still cheering you and screaming for the WWE to sign you.
Right.
Like, that right there proves that losing a match, sorry, Ryback, but losing a match can sometimes be better than winning said match. Because that shows that you can put so much into this match, and you show that, like, you are such a good performer.
Yeah.
You lost the match, but you are honestly the highlight of the match, even though you lost.
Yeah.
Like, people weren't talking about Kota Ibushi. Everybody's been talking about Cedric Alexander.
Yeah.
That motherfucker, like, that was some of the...
But I think the ending helped it, too.
The ending?
Triple H coming out?
Oh, well, yeah, but that was after the fact, though.
Well, no, it was during the fact.
Well, no, I mean, like, please sign Cedric. Yeah, then
he came out, gave him the thumbs up, and walked back with him.
Right, and I thought that was great, too, because it was, like, almost a way of saying...
So does that mean he's going to go to NXT? Being that it was Triple H?
I think he'll probably go to NXT before anything else.
But there's supposed to be this
division. Yeah, he might start on NXT, and then maybe they'll debut him on Raw once the division gets going. Because we still have, like, fucking, how many weeks? Like, quite a few weeks left of this classic. So they could debut him on, say, NXT next week. And next thing you know, the Cruiserweight division gets going, and bam, he's promoted up. He starts competing for the Cruiserweight Championship.
Yeah.
Say Kota Ibushi wins the tournament. I'm hoping not, but let's say Kota Ibushi wins the tournament, and he goes up to the to Raw to be the new Cruiserweight champion. Cedric gets up there and he wants a rematch.
Yeah.
That would be money. That would be great. It would be very good. I feel like Cedric Alexander, if they work him right, if his mic work can match his ring work, that guy can be one of the best cruiserweights they have.
Yeah.
hands down.
I'll
like
agree with that.
he
Right under the Brian Kendrick.
well,
right
whatever.
under.
Brian Kendrick did not impress me on the first round near as much as Alexander did.
On his second run.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Hey, if Kendrick next week goes and he fights his opponent and impresses me,
Loses like.
he's facing Tony Nese, I think.
Yeah,
that big steroid-looking motherfucker that took on that one dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're gonna do that.
So, did we touch on the debut of Sandow and Ryback on TNA?
No.
No. Yeah.
But there's a reason why we haven't touched it.
Well, I think it's interesting because
the only good talent that they have. I mean, I haven't watched it in a long time, but Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy isn't signed.
But he's still there.
Yes, he's still there, but the only talent that they actually have that can't deuce out on them right like that is Jeff.
Right. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see what they do with Sandow. I heard they're actually in talks of trying to push him towards the TNA Championship, like pushing him up.
Yeah.
And honestly,
that's what they did with Drew.
Honestly, that's really, really smart for TNA to do because Sandow was a big fan favorite over on WWE that Vince never utilized. Mm-hmm. Sandow was a decent ring worker. He was decent on the mic. I mean, he
shocked me when they released him.
Yeah, it did because it was one of those things. It was almost as if like
that and Alex Riley.
Yeah. Oh God, that's such an underutilized talent. WWE has such a bad habit of that.
What's happened to Alex? Do you know?
No idea. I haven't heard anything from him since.
Huh.
All I know
He's probably gonna go like to ROH or New Japan.
I don't know. I know that the biggest flaw that WWE has is that they underutilize the talent that they have, and they think that just because you're not like the number one A-list built motherfucker on the roster, you can't be somewhere. Now, or if you don't like sell tickets and merchandise like fucking John Cena, you can't go nowhere. Right. You know, so it's like it's like people like, you know, Mojo Rawley, Zack Ryder, Damian Sandow, well, until recently, Dolph Ziggler was one of those. You know, you had Tyson Kidd.
Tyson
Kidd's done now because of his injury, but
he's
like
different.
You have all these wrestlers that are just like they're so underutilized. They're so good in that ring, and they're able to turn any gimmick that the WWE throws into them into pure gold.
Yeah.
But they just continually underutilize them and make them lose matches and play as jokes, and it's just it's so annoying to me.
Right.
Like, I hate it. It's the way. If the WWE ever gets a hold of this podcast, please, guys, listen to the fan reaction sometimes whenever it comes to these underutilized people. It's so annoying.
I think they're paying attention more than they did in the past.
Yeah, I mean, they're paying attention more, but it's like
you brought it up earlier, Bray.
Right, you got Bray Wyatt, you got Dolph Ziggler. I mean, of course, everybody has to wait their turn. I'm curious to see where this Universal Championship goes, whether Rollins or Balor win it. Mm-hmm. I'm curious where it's going to go next, on who's going to get that push up towards it.
Like you said, the next challenger is going to be Brock.
That's at the Royal Rumble. It has been announced. Yeah, it has been announced and slated that the plans are is that Brock Lesnar will face whoever's holding.
I heard it's supposed to be after SummerSlam. The pay-per-view after SummerSlam.
It's supposed to be the Royal Rumble?
No, it's supposed to be when Brock goes after it.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I read differently. I read that it was supposed to be he's supposed to face whoever has the championship at Royal Rumble.
No,
honestly, if it is the one after SummerSlam, if that's how they do it,
I don't know
that would slate it more towards Rollins winning against Balor than Balor.
Why do you say that?
Because of a grudge match. The last time Balor and Rollins faced each other, Undertaker got involved.
Right.
So it could make more money of, like, you know, can Rollins actually beat the Beast? No, but it's still the fact
that... Can anybody?
John Cena.
The one who got squashed at SummerSlam.
Go to hell. Anyway, yeah. Okay. My cat just had a spaz attack. Anyway, so like that's it's going to be interesting to see where they go with that. But I think that they'll probably. I'm still sticking with Balor in my pick. I really do.
I want to see. Well, see, that's because you like him.
Well,
You like him more than Rollins. Do you really think that it would be smart for somebody to debut, and within the first month of them debuting, nobody's seen them on NXT. Most people haven't. For them to go right after the world title of that brand.
Is it smart? That's a tricky question.
No, it's an unbiased question.
No, it's a tricky.
Is it smart to have somebody win the world title?
Is it smart or is it safe? Because see,
Is it smart?
I think that is a smart decision for that. I don't think it's a very safe decision. So that's two different sides of the spectrum. In terms of intelligence,
Why do you think it's smart?
It's smart because of the fact that
Most people that watch WWE don't have the network.
I know, but like I told you
people
before,
out there only have Raw, probably SmackDown now, and the pay-per-views.
right? And I'm saying like I think it's smart because of this whole new era thing. Like I said last week,
See,
That-
you're
they're-
acting like Rollins is like so out of touch, like
no,
like
he's not out
been
of
there
touch
for a decade or two.
No, he's not John Cena. No.
You got where I was going with that.
No, I'm saying that Seth Rollins just stopped being champion. Like
no,
ju-
he didn't just stop.
right before WrestleMania, or right shortly before WrestleMania, was when he dropped the championship. Okay, so and before that he held it.
No, it was before that, wasn't it?
It was shortly before WrestleMania. It was like I want to say right
No,
before the Royal Rumble.
because before the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, it was right before the Royal Rumble because he was slated to face Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble.
Was he?
Yeah, it was the
No,
Royal.
because I remember Roman had to fight for it at a pay-per-view, then lost it at the next.
Oh,
pay-per-view.
you're right. Yeah, he lost it at the Royal. So it was. I think it was the pay per view before the Royal Rumble.
Yes.
But like I'm not talking about like how long it's been since he's been champion. I'm saying
you just said that he just dropped the title.
he just dropped the title not too long ago. After
It's
holding it, he held
been
it.
close to a year.
He held it for over a year. Okay.
He's held it for a year.
He held it for over a year because they made this big thing about it.
Oh right.
He held it for over a year.
Okay.
And,
no,
and in that period of time, he is now the longest reigning WWE champion, other than Bruno Sammartino. But like in terms of because they made a big thing about it, about how he passed CM Punk's reign, he passed John Cena's reign, and everything.
Well, John Cena came before.
Yeah,
CM
like
Punk.
he passed all their reigns and times. Like, and in that time, he held the United States Championship as well. So like they
for
have,
a month.
but either way, he held like he was the main focus of Monday Night Raw for so long with the Authority. And whereas that's not a bad thing, he's not a bad competitor, he's not a bad mic worker, he's not a bad character. I think his character's gone a long way since when he became champion. I thought he was annoying as shit back then. Thought the way that they went with his character back then was stupid. Now at least he's standing on his own 2 feet.
Right. Yeah.
But like the thing is it's just too much of the same. Like they just got off of having him for an entire year, and now they're advertising new era, new chances, new opportunities, so on and so forth. And then
it's
they're
just
gonna.
because you like Balor.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not.
it is. Yeah,
And-
it
and-
is.
no, it's not. It's just it's all.
See,
new.
I like Balor too, but I don't like him that much where I can't see that this is a bad idea.
See, now that's where I go to where if it's safe. See, now smart is because it ties into their new era thing. Safe, it's not a safe move. A lot of people don't know this guy. A lot of people don't know what he can do, don't know about his ring ability, don't know about his promos. A lot of people are going to be very resistant to the fact of him winning this championship, and they could lose ratings. They could lose...
it could end up like another Roman thing.
Right. It could end up losing ratings. It could end up having the fans turn against him. Like, no, it's not a safe move by any means. It's very dangerous. But it is also a play, because if this match turns out to be as good as we're thinking it's going to be, it could be a matter of where Balor could put on such a show with Rollins that the fans are won over by it. Like, if the match is so kind of like the Kota Ibushi Cedric Alexander thing that we just touched on, where like that's
different.
No,
that is different.
The big
see, that's not a Raw heavyweight title match.
No, but the fact of the matter is, it's two wrestlers putting on such a damn good match that the fans are just that fucking impressed by the competitors.
And like you said, the loser was the one talked about, not the winner.
I know, that's what I'm saying, though.
Kota hasn't been talked about, so...
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's going to be, like, identical. I'm just saying, fans are...
That's totally different, though. Because one is this world title match on Raw. Raw's main title. And then you have a match where, be it was the main event, it was still not even NXT. It was the Cruiserweight Classic, where even you said it, nothing's going on.
Right. I'm not saying that it's the same. I'm just using it as a reference. I'm using it as a reference, as in, like, fan reaction to that, because even us, going into that match, we were thinking, Cedric Alexander hasn't got a chance in hell.
You said that.
Well,
you said
that. But you still nod your head, just, yeah. Like, we were both slating Kota to win this.
I was kind of like, yeah.
Okay, like, Kota, we knew Kota was going to win that match.
Yeah,
so we weren't really even...
Yeah,
but we weren't even really into the match at first, because we were thinking, like, this is going to be Kota just slapping Cedric around that ring. And it all changed.
Well, no, you said that.
Over the Balor and Rollins thing, though, you got the whole... Yeah, like, you got the whole...
That's on a different stage, dude.
It is on a different stage, and I'll give you that. I'm just saying, like, it's not a safe move by any means, but they could easily put on one of the biggest, like, most impressive matches where, like, pedigree, and, like, he kicks out, and then coup de grace, and Rollins kicks out, and, like, reversal, pin attempt. It could be, like, a fucking 35-minute match or something that we're sitting here going, this match is fucking amazing!
35-minute?
I don't know. It's just a number. But I'm just saying, like, it could be a match that just makes us go, holy shit! And then Balor wins it in the end, and then everybody can sit there and be like, you know what? This kid's actually got some fucking gumph. And like, that's a way they could go with it. Like I said, I'm not saying that Rollins gonna lose. I'm saying I believe that Balor is gonna win. I believe, and that's a fully unbiased opinion. I feel like it's going to be a smart move. It's not a safe move, but I feel like that's how it's gonna go. Now, they've proved me wrong before. Rollins could beat it, but I think there are too many.
I don't think so.
There are too many factors tying into Rollins losing. The Demon's gonna be there.
Yep.
The debut of the Demon form. The fact
that
not
the debut.
Well, the debut in a match of the Demon form. Whereas
and I was watching something a few days ago that brought up a good point. You might not agree with it, but what does the Demon actually do for Finn?
Well, that's what
no. But what does it do? It don't change up his move. It don't do anything. His look's the same. All that it does for him is makeup. That's it.
Well, that's what they touched on Raw this past week, though. Like, whereas you were kind of looking at the fact that it was pre-taped, it was kind of weird, like it didn't do much for him. If you listen to what he was saying, like whenever he started to talk about the Demon King, Balor,
Yeah, I know. I heard.
Yeah, but that's what in the character it does for him. It gives him fighting spirit, meaning he's gonna kick out more. He's gonna fight more.
But, I don't know.
It basically
you don't get what I'm saying.
But in terms of fan reaction, or in terms of in the ring, or in terms of what?
No, like his moveset don't change. They could change like his finisher, or hell, they could change a lot of things.
I mean,
it does nothing for him.
I can see where you're going with it. It
does nothing for
but
him.
In terms of the character, what it does is it's supposed to be the embodiment of fighting spirit.
No, when he comes out of that, when he comes out during the match, dresses that, he's gonna win. That's all that it does for him. He's gonna win.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, that's all that it does for him.
But then there's always that question, especially now that he has been beaten by Joe on NXT. It brings that question of, will he win? Because it's no longer an
he's gonna
undefeated thing. It's not like it's the Undertaker
Yes,
streak or something.
But now, NXT and WWE are two different things.
Right. I'm saying, like...
And most of the people that have the network only watch it for the pay-per-views.
Right. I don't know. I mean, I see where you're going. I see what you mean by it. I personally thought that there should be like a change in finisher or a change. I mean, he changes his entrance.
Something.
He changes his entrance and
Not
like
really.
his actions.
Not really.
Like he comes out
Not
like
really.
acting all fucking crazy and shit.
Eh.
Like I mean, now
Like,
he comes out with like a leather
not
jacket
really.
and like flips his collar up and shit and everything. Whereas at SummerSlam, we're gonna see him crawl into the fucking ring as the demon and shit. Give me a whole different character.
During the end of his NXT reign, it
He
was just
no,
it
it
was
wasn't.
just like,
During the one he got beat on, he came out as like a fucking monster, drawing the fucking cage, like,
Yeah,
like fucking like a monster and shit.
yeah, but
and
I mean,
like the one before that, he came out with a fucking chainsaw, while walking out there like
I
Jack
think
the
that was
fucking
a
Ripper.
stupid,
It was dumb, but I'm just saying, like he always has some inventive thing.
dumbest thing that he could have done.
I
the
feel like
dumbest thing that 2K17 has done.
Yeah, 2K17 has announced that the Finn Balor Championship entrance is gonna have him with the chainsaw, which makes no damn sense because he did that once. But
Yeah, but it was out there at WrestleMania.
whatever. Anywho, but that basically that touches on basically everything we were going to talk about. So,
yeah.
I think that's going to wrap us up for this week. So make sure you tune in next week, probably around the same time, or probably around the same day, and see what we got to say about that. You know, we'll probably give our final predictions after we see how we're going to push everybody on the last week to SummerSlam in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
And
that will be the time when we give our definite
definite predictions, like this is how this is going to go.
We'll probably save that to the end of the show.
Yeah.
Like, talk about everything at the end. Okay, prediction time.
Right.
At the end, end it.
We'll have to see how things go. But as always, you know, this is, in my opinion, with Big T and Rex, and
Reks and Big
Rex.
T.
Okay, Rex and Big T. Anyway, until next time, guys, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you want to hear more. And until next time, y'all have a good time. Thanks for tuning in.